for on the pilot, and we've been finding a lot of strange things. And I guess my customer has someone sabotaging her vehicle. Um, on top of the catalytic converter being cut off, and that we know it can be anyone random, but during the brakes, and every brake has brake fluid besides this one. So I asked the customer if she changed the caliper out and anything, and she said no. I brought the vehicle. Besides tires being punctured, slashed and stuff where she used to live at, um, she had no brakes. Literally, when I took this off for a spin drive, it went down to the grounds, and I mean grounds, like literally no pressure. I had to use e-brakes and drop it down to the lowest gear on the engine brake just to get the vehicle to brake. Um, After further inspection, we start seeing that I had to replace um, one of the brake lines because they tempered and they slashed it, and it just blew up just a little bit to where the pressure came out, and then when you let go of the brakes, what do you call it? It swelled back down. On top of that, all the brakes calipers have the little grommets on them, but this side, and there was no fluid here, all the way up there, going into the brake line, all the way up into the master cylinder. So when I informed the customer about this, and we blew the brakes, and I had to do 3 cycles to make sure that we got all the air out of that line and there was enough fluid going out. And this was the last cycle on cycle 3. One-man show, so I wanted to do the video, but after things that I found, I wanted to make this video about people tampering with other people's things, and why people do things. Sometimes people, like maybe my customer did something to someone, and someone, goes out and does a little revenge, or it could be, an ex. Who knows? I'm speculating, but because of what I found only on this side, and majority of the time when she had problems and called me for a jack or something or tools so she can take the tire off because someone slashed this side of the tire. Well, now she knows why she didn't have brakes. It's kind of dangerous when someone clips your brake lines and begins to tamper with your stuff. Um, we have problems out here in Sacramento where people are just breaking into cars and stealing things just because they know either they can return it or get some type of penny for it to do some type of drugs. But on this particular vehicle, this particular side, on this pilot, there's been a lot of tampering with. We as tech, everything we take off, we put back. So we take off that plunger, we put that plunger back on to cover because it keeps any debris or any dirt or any element outside, that bleeder hole. So that when we crack it open, fluid can flow freely and it's not frozen, and we break the bleeder and we have to replace the whole caliper, or we bring out the tap and die sets and cut the thing out and rethread it and put another bleeder in it. You don't want to be doing this, and again, whoever is doing this, you need to slow down, man. You can get yourself in trouble, especially with today out here in the cities. Everybody's recording everything, so you never know who's recording what. Bad enough we already know who took the catalytic converter in a matter of a short minute of me making that video and posting it up live about the catalytic converter being cut from here. Customer's not happy. It's going to cost a pretty penny for it, but again, This is what happens when people, piss off other people. They sabotage their things. And I'm hoping my customer is not doing things out there, to others. And people are doing things. I just hope that, you know, sometimes you pick up a rock and it nicks it, but it's kind of weird how the brake line was, and she took it along with the police report because, again, she has problems with certain people, and I didn't want to get involved. I let them do their thing, let them finish up and take pictures of what I found, and took my prints also for evidence, just in case they don't mix it up with the prints that's on the hose. Um, but again, it's kind of crazy what's going on. People sabotaging other people's things, so just be careful out there. Mind you, I deal with this with semi trucks, and now I'm beginning with this with vehicles. Gasoline tanks being punctured just to get the fuel out of there. Tires, catalytic converters, and I mean they're taking tires and everything. Like they're literally stripping the car down right there. Whatever they need, they're taking it right off the car. This is happening out here in Sacramento, and the cops are just driving by and just chasing, everyone else's tail, but not really going after the criminals that are really doing this. There's cameras all over the place where they can actually find who did what. But by the time they do and lift up a leg to do something, they'd rather get and earn their money sitting down. And when that's when they want to go and pounce on someone that, it's easy for them to do it. But that's my point of view out here from law enforcement out here. Again, not everyone's like that, but for the ones I've dealt with, some were cool, some just need a little re-education. But again, it's back to this vehicle. Just sabotages and tampering can cause the customer to hurt itself, and not only hurt itself, but hurt someone else that had no fault with whatever is going on with the customer and the other party, or whatever is going on with whatever situation out there. I'm just throwing two sides of the coin out there because, again, I'm speculating. Didn't want to get involved. After they took my print, I walked away and let them do their thing. Once they were done, I came back just so I can finish my job. But again, the tampering, it's no good, man. If you use, like me, your hands, fingerprints, and everything, they will grab it. So don't be fools. But then again, out here in California, you can be a criminal and you'll be let go, and something simple, you get more years for something. I think one of my friends got 10 years for driving without a license, while someone who murdered someone only got a year. So just think about that.